What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Plant and Push.
Yo, leave here. To my left, I got
Deuce. Welcome to the Deuce Dude.
the Deuce Stew. Let's go.
Yes, sir. It's awesome to be in your own spot, man. And even though my feet don't reach, I feel like a little toddler, bro.
Kicking your feet.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's really cool, man. Like, God is good. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely, man. Such a beautiful home.
yeah, well, appreciate it. Freaking Hayes worked her tail off to, I mean, shoot, you saw the kitchen,
Yeah, man.
the bedroom, everything, man. She's been working.
For sure. She has a vision. She executes.
Oh, bro, that's
for
the
sure.
best way to put it. Like, you talk about tenacious.
For real.
like, bro, you should have seen her the first week that we were here, which, we haven't been here that long, but
Yeah.
she was like, she had like you said, vision for like what the kitchen would look like, and like right away came up with the idea for having that little island and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And like, it's just awesome to see everything come together. And part of this process, as we learn each other more, that's been the thing that I've kind of been thinking about in the back of my head, is just like, one, like, this is a new, definitely a new experience when it comes to not necessarily testing patience, like, because I feel like that's always a negative connotation, but working on it and like realizing some things within yourself, that it's like, sometimes when it's stuff that you would have been like upset about or irritated with, like just little stuff, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, you realize that sometimes you just gotta let that go out the door, like,
Yeah.
because it doesn't even matter at that point. It's not worth like getting upset over or stuff like that, just with little things that are done around the house, of like the way that you are used to doing it a certain way and everything. You like find that compromise, I guess, is what I'm getting at, of like, okay, this is how we both want things to mesh together. And it's been awesome, man. I just learn more about her in that way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's a new journey together, and I think that's the most exciting part. And I'm excited for you guys. I'm so proud of you guys, man. This place has come together, and just I think I can see just in the last 2 weeks I've been here, just the teamwork. I feel like get even stronger throughout just this process and this like week or so that you guys have been officially moved in together and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. We that's part of our communication that we're just trying to establish, I think, even more so,
yeah,
because as we've worked through these different phases within our relationship, obviously we haven't been here
Yeah.
at this point of living together and
Yeah.
getting ready to figure out what our actual date's gonna be.
Yeah.
So, man, it's like you said though, teamwork. Like, man, at this point, it's just like, once you find that person you could operate with at your peak,
Yeah.
there's no going back. I mean, obviously, definitely not now. But no, it's awesome, man. Like, you can't. Life is just different for the best ways possible.
Yeah, man. I feel like too, there's it's a really good foundation. I think you guys are putting together the blueprint for your next home that you guys are going to have. Like, you guys get your house and so on and so forth, and like a lot of things in the future. And I think too, you guys just. Man, you guys are just so awesome. Like, it's glazing right now.
No.
Like, happily glazing.
No, I mean, it's fun, man. Like, we were able to have you guys over, entertain a little bit, but like, having a good time last night. Just
Oh, for sure.
everything, was with freaking 5-minute Uber away wherever we go, pretty much.
Yeah.
And having that meal yesterday with our folks.
Yeah.
Man, like, you talk about perspective though, real quick.
Yeah.
When we saw my pop's longtime friend,
Yeah.
just the fact that the amount of trials that they're going through, like, with everything that's happened over the past year, like, just the the 5 minute deep conversation that we had,
Yeah.
you know, when he was just like, when I felt Father speaking through him to me,
Yeah.
it was like, dang, man, like, what a great way
Yeah.
to freaking spend a Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, the day,
Yeah.
I don't know, man, it was just awesome, you
Yeah,
know?
it was very special, and I picked up on that too. I felt like, man, I feel like that's an angel right there, just speaking through this awesome man. I only talked to him for a quick instance, but like, man, like you can really tell just his love and care, and his compassion, and just you can tell he's just a really good dude, and his wife as well.
Yeah.
And I was just very grateful and blessed just to witness that moment and be a part of that. And I know I don't know them like personally, but I can just definitely feel just the love. And man, it was awesome to see. And I think those experiences. Have you? Sorry, squirrel.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Have you ever had that like experience like where you're talking to somebody and or maybe even just like witnessing something, you're like, I feel like that's like an angel right now talking like through, or like that's God like talking through this person.
You know how we say Zen from within? I was literally about to ask you like that same question. Because yes, 100%. Coach Leo, that was, you know, other than my pops, my parents, you know, people that have raised me my entire life, like,
Yeah.
he was definitely somebody who, when he spoke, like, in more of like a, I don't know, just funny way of thinking of it, but it was like, you felt like the thunderous voice of Father
Yeah.
speaking through him. And I think that's one of the best compliments you could ever give to a coach, because like, he was always there to challenge you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And that was something that I wanted to take and model my life after. And it was because of him, Father putting him in my life and sending me down to Pueblo, that I was like, man, like, whenever things get tough and difficult, I think about him,
Yeah.
you know, because he's no longer with us. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think about him. I think about some of the other people that are close to me that are no longer here, like my grandfather. And it's just like, I feel those voices speaking to me from Father, because it challenges me to, like, again, not settle, but like be the best version of myself, like I already said. But it's a special feeling. Have you had the same?
Yeah, a lot of the time it's strangers. Surprisingly, it's 'cause it's things too, and I think that's also what brings a lot more weight to it, because these are the conversations that I've only had with either like just like myself or with Father, in a sense, and I would have just like small interactions, whether it be at work or whenever that we're like out or whenever the case is, somebody would say something, or actually. This was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was out with Damar, and this dude came up. Didn't know him at all. Just had like a different kind of feel to him. And I was just like, really, not like in like a bad way, but I was like, okay, like this is almost like a very light energy, and just this is like the best way I could describe it. And he was just like, hey man, like you're doing great things. Your family's proud of you, and keep on just like going on, essentially, just for like long story short. And I was like, I needed to hear that in that moment from a stranger. And I was like, man, that's crazy, because I feel like there's times where I'm just like in my head about, especially like music or like work, and like, man, I'm just not at the point like where I want to be, and so on and so forth. And to hear that from a complete stranger, I was like, man, okay, like that makes sense, or that makes me feel even more connected, I think, within my faith, and just Father, for sure. Those experiences, I feel like you just know, like when it's not a person, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but an angel, a messenger, if you will.
True. Yeah, when you were talking about that, you know how we kind of talked about last time, when all of the things that you've done in your life like have brought you into like this decision that you're about to make? I think it's, some people call it like the invisible string theory.
Yeah.
You ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Where somehow or another everyone in this world are connected.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could call it that, but we know who it is.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
for
our
sure.
creator.
Yeah.
There's no coincidences. I don't believe in. I think obviously we have the power of free will,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's us like having control over our lives. And because like, take that for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
How in the world does somebody that you've never met
Yeah.
like know exactly what to say to you right then and there?
Yeah.
And I think about that at times, like when you're talking about being discouraged and things like that.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to what we're doing at times, it's like, especially like when we're not able to be in as close a contact as we want to, just with our busy lives and things. And
Yeah.
there's always going to be that pressure in the back of your head that it's like, okay, like, Max, what are you doing? Are you working on plant and push stuff? Right? Like, are you actively like trying to do things that are going to move it forward?
Yeah.
And no matter what's happening, like, that's the type of feeling that I have, just because I want to continue to move and push and grow.
Yeah.
And so, but then, sometimes Father will just put a picture in my head like he did this morning, talking about strangers, of like one day somebody having a testimony like right in front of us about like our podcast, talking about like, hey, like a kid or something like that. Like, you guys are Leaf and Deuce. Hey, you guys are on Plant and Push. Like, those are the types of things that I look forward to.
Oh, for sure.
Because like, it's gonna be like, we're finding out how difficult things really are in life.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna continue to be a trend as we get older, no matter what.
For sure.
But I just, it's amazing, man, to see how this process is going at the same time. And I don't want, and it's easy to get discouraged, just like it is with everything.
Yeah.
But like we said, this is sent from Father. It's obviously he put this thing on our mind we have to execute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
For sure.
like, ultimately, the work that we do, whatever we can't do, he will.
Yeah.
And he always will, and he always has.
Yeah.
So that's the type of thing that gives me comfort and makes me want to keep putting my foot in front of the other.
Absolutely. I always thought of it as meeting him halfway. Like, you still got to do your portion. For sure.
Facts. Like,
but you get to that point, and then like, have that faith, and he'll have the other side. Whatever that is. Even if it's more than like 50%, if it's like 75, it's gonna give you that 25. If it's 25 and it's one of those seasons, it's gonna give you that 75.
100%.
And having just that faith in that, but still doing what you can. For sure.
Yeah, man. Like, what are some of those times in your life where it's like super challenging and it's like, man, like, it's really difficult for me to continue to push forward?
Yeah. I would say for sure there was this time in college where it was just definitely difficult. I think it was during the time like my mother going through her treatment and stuff. That was a difficult period, and I think it's just a lot mentally at that time, for sure, with just doing summer school at that point and just like regular school in the fall, in spring, I guess, but those kind of different things, and trying to have somewhat of a social life at the same time, and still figuring out like what I would want to do with my life at that point. I was like 19, I think, 18, 19. Man, talk about just praying, dude. Like, the amount of times I would pray during that time, bro, is insane. I want to get back to that. Like I feel like I'm getting closer back to like that number, that amount of times. Like anytime that, I mentioned it before, is anytime I leave the house or anytime I go anywhere, like I'm always praying. Just,
I remember you saying that.
yeah, because man, it's literally the little things. Like man, it's a blessing to be able to leave somewhere and go back home with no injuries, no scratches or anything like happening.
It's true.
It's the little things. I try to keep that in mind, and I need to be better about it now. But I'd also say like another point too is recently, I think this summer, just with everything of just moving, a new job, and I was like, dude, like I don't know how I'm gonna do like all of this, and sure enough, did it all, and that's only possible through him. For sure.
Man, I hear you.
Yeah, him and obviously, you and Hay and our close friends. I think just being around you guys and just having you guys as just support and even just being in your presence, I think is very, very helpful. So
Same, man.
I
Like,
appreciate you, man.
like there's people in your life that you have where you're a better version of yourself when you're with them.
Yeah.
For me, it's always Hey, it's you, it's Rube, it's all of our friends.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain type of love and a brotherhood and a friendship and a relationship that comes with that.
Yeah.
You're talking about coming home, excuse me, coming home from the day without any scratches or those types of things, being a blessing.
Yeah.
And in my profession, like there's gonna be times where I come home and I got bruises, I got scrapes, I got all this stuff.
For sure.
But like, I was helping Hayes Pops do a remodel. And we're in the process of that, and learning from him, first of all, has been freaking cool, man. Like
Yeah.
he is a master of his trade. And it's cool to see the type of craft that somebody has when it comes to paying attention to detail.
Yeah.
And not only that, but having the patience to teach you while doing it as well.
Yeah.
Because we've all run into some of those people that are like very quick-tempered, especially when it comes to teaching people that are new to this. And I think that's even helped me this past week with my coaching. It's like, okay, you were working with somebody on something that you haven't done before, and look at the grace and patience that he has with you, and look at how far you've come already.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing with these kids. It's like, okay, sometimes, especially for them now, like they're not as developed as I am just because I'm older than them. Like it is what it is. But like sometimes because of that, you got to teach. Same thing over again. Like I told him, I was like, hey, yo, always feel free to ask a question. Like no matter what, even if it's but I was like, but if you're gonna ask something about day one stuff, 3 months in, I'm gonna look at you weird, but I'm gonna still answer the question. It's like, why didn't you ask me this before?
Yeah.
But like you just have to teach them that type of stuff, and it's fun to do it. But speaking of coming home with a scratch, right? The other day when I was working with Pops, we were busting out this linoleum flooring, and if you have ever come across that, I've never before this like project.
What is that?
It's like, it's almost like it's supposed to look like tile, but it's like a little sheet that's like printed out and pasted onto the floor, basically.
Okay.
I know that I'm probably sounding like a freaking idiot when it comes to know like what contractors would actually like how they would describe it, but this is how I'm saying.
For sure.
It's like a little screen that's over freaking like some hard, and then like glued onto the floorboards.
Oh yeah.
So it was like tough to get this thing up, like scrape it up and everything, because it's been there since the 70s.
Good Lord. Yeah. It's in there.
Oh, for sure, dude. And like, we're hammering and chiseling away and stuff, and scratching it up with a box knife, a utility knife to like get underneath it, peel it off.
Yeah.
And I was using this tool called like a 5-in-1, and it's basically like got a sharp edge at the bottom of it, and so you was hammering it and scraping it up. And then like I was digging in there like with my right arm, and then next thing you know, like I clipped my other arm right here.
Oh man.
And like I looked at it,
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if this is about to start bleeding bad or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
But it was like a wide enough cut
Yeah.
to where you could kind of like see some white.
Yeah.
And
You're
I was like, oh,
ooh.
like like it's looking at it now, it ain't shit. But like at the time, I was like, dang, like I barely even like really nicked myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I got to be careful. Like
Yeah.
it's things like that that'll put life into perspective real quick.
Yeah.
Because you're like, man, I don't want to have to go to the hospital if I really do some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to have those bills and that type of thing.
Oh, for sure.
So it just like made me think about how much more intentional I need to be with things. But an even deeper level to that is when you're talking about having like 25% sometimes and Father filling in the rest of that 75. Sometimes he'll show you things like that perspective and let you get scratched so that you really start to rely on him more and more.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking about when I got cut on this too. Like the more I think about it, the more I reflect on it. And when you're talking about coming home with no scratches, it put things, like it made me think and be that much more joyful in that moment, and for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because it made me, like, you slap yourself to make sure that you're still alive.
Yeah.
That type of thing. And
Yeah.
like I cut myself to make sure that I was still alive, and I was like, dang, I kind of had been working on autopilot at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's time to really start having more intention behind my craft.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I know that was a long, big tangent just now.
No, that's great.
But yeah, it's been really cool, man. And like you said, coming back to everything that we're talking about, you trust Father, and everything else will fall in place.
Yeah, man. And I think too, when we're talking about our theme for this series with tenacity, being tenacious, sometimes we can get into the groove of things where we are on autopilot. And we're just like, all right, I'm just going after it. Let me get this done, this, that, and the third. And I think when we are being tenacious, it's important to be intentional. It's important to be mindful so that we can continue to be tenacious and have that, just like that grit, that grind, that hustle, and with all the things that we got going on in our life, for sure. I think it makes us more poised when we do have patience, when we do have intention, when we do have neutrality and all these different things mixed in. It's almost like building blocks, I guess, for sure.
It's awesome to feel like you're in your bag when you have that poise.
Yeah. Oh,
you feel that ever?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it comes out mostly in music, for sure. But I'm starting to see it just come into just like me, like all together. I think that's something I'm really trying to get better at, continue to get better at, just living more like cohesively or singularly, I should say, and not just have like, oh, like I'm confident in one area but not in this. Like I should have confidence like in just me in all areas, for sure.
Oh, that's special, man, because like you said, it's putting yourself together as one.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of power that comes with that. And as equally important to recognize each different part of you and have appreciation for that. I don't think there's any issue with that at all. But like, you have to develop yourself holistically by taking it piece by piece, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So man, to see that work in you as your best friend, I could see it on the outside. Like for me, bro, I think you've probably noticed this at this point, but like I sit back and I just kind of like observe, like you do at times too. Like we just talked about that, the observer leaf.
Yeah.
But no, it's real shit, man. I see that, the progress that you've made and that you're making, and it's exciting to see that we continue to level up, even when times those levels might just be an inch on top of each other instead of freaking leaps and bounds.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
And that's where the real beauty of everything comes in, is when you could be consistent in those little boring moments.
Yeah. Indeed, I appreciate it, brother. It's definitely in the mundane moments where growth is most important, for sure. I was actually reading something this morning, doing my little my routine Instagram newspaper
Yeah.
scroll. Oh yeah, but it's like I try to keep like more positive stuff. I like seeing that stuff in the morning. Kind of gets me in the right headspace. But I was seeing something that's like a lot of this growth happens in like not the shadows per se, but like in the quiet times or like in the quiet moments, which is true. I think sometimes it can be misconstrued of like, oh, like growth is only happening if like you're yelling, shouting, screaming, or like these big like grand gestures. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? And but it's not. Those are a lot of those small mundane moments build up to be like that big moment, and like that big moment is just an outcome of every single brick that's being laid beforehand, for sure.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Hey, after that, I don't have nothing more to say.
Yes, sir. And with that, no, I'm just playing.
We'll see y'all next time. No. But as always, man, if this episode or any other episode touched you or connected with you in any way, please feel free to like, subscribe, share this, continue to help us grow. Man, anything else?
Continue to be tenacious.
Yep.
It's going to be a great time.
For sure.
Yes.
And as always,
Keep on
pushing.